That back there says Nicole. That says Nicole. Hi, can I get your name and position here, please? And can I get the name of that person? It says Nicole. What's the last name back there?
What do you need for last name?
Because I'm asking for it.
Hold on 1 second, okay?
Yeah. I think it says Griego. Griego. So here's an example of government being uncooperative. You've probably heard it a million times in a million different videos on how law enforcement asks you to be uncooperative. They get downright upset, sometimes hostile, sometimes violent when you're quote unquote uncooperative. And this is yet another example of how they think that government thinks that is a one-way street and that we have some sort of obligation to be cooperative with them, but they have no obligation to cooperate with the people. And it's, as like most things that are perverted, it's completely backwards. And, you know, as like government likes to do with most things, they like to pervert the rule of law and just completely turn things on its head. So here you have an example of government being uncooperative. This is a public building. She is clearly paid by public dollars. She has a desk in a public facility, and we had an employee that works for the public that doesn't want to give me her name, and her name's right there. That's how out of touch with reality these people are. I mean, she doesn't want to give me the name of a person whose name is displayed right there on her desk. More than likely, what she did was she probably went over there and she probably called somebody with a gun and a badge to try and intimidate me out of information that I'm entitled to and that she's obligated to give me. And here we have yet another example of employee misconduct, governmental employee misconduct. And it's rampant. It's not. It's the prevailing attitude of government, and it needs to change. And it's up to every single one of us to change it. It's up to every single one of us to demand change and to demand accountability. I don't know if this bell works. It says ring bell for service. I don't know if it works. I don't hear a bell going off in there. So the last time I was here, I had a deputy's sandals come out, and he refused to give me Nicole's full name, her last name. And now this is the second person who refused to give me Nicole's full name. So who is this Nicole? What does she do? I'm curious. And what is that incessant beeping? It's horrible. Is it the fan? Is it just a squeaky fan? I don't know. So I don't know who this person could be calling to help me. I'm ringing the bell for service. I don't know if it's actually working because I don't actually hear a bell. All I hear is this fan squeaking behind me. I think it's the fan. Yeah, I'm gonna go back inside. Here we go. Here we go. They're here for me. here, Adelanto.
How's it going, sir?
It was going good before I came to this police station, and whoever works here denied me service because, for some unknown reason, do you know why she denied? What was it? Are you here on a call?
No,
You're not. You're just pulled up in front. No, I don't believe you. I think you're lying to me.
I'm not on a call.
2 units pulled up right in front of the station. I think that you're lying to me. I think you're here on a call.
Okay, I'm sorry you feel that way.
So you're telling me you're not here on a call?
That's what I just said.
All right. So if I pull public, all right. I don't believe it.
What service do you need? Maybe I can.
I think it. Well, have somebody come to the window. Tell me. Do you work in records here?
No, I'm a deputy at this station.
Exactly. So it's not your job to provide me service at the window here. You're out there in the field.
Okay.
So have somebody whose job it is to service me at the window, service me at the window. That's what you can do for me.
Okay. Well, I can ask one of them what services you asked for. Would that help?
Well, what I asked for was I asked for the last name of the lady who sits at that desk with the first name of Nicole.
Okay.
And what the person told me was, why do you want that? And I said, because I want it. And she said, let me get somebody who can help you. And then she's left me and 2 other citizens here, out here in the lobby, demanding service for what? I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes now, 25 minutes, somewhere around there. I don't know the exact amount of time. This is ridiculous. Listen, you work for the public. She works for the public. She doesn't get to decide who she wants to help and who she doesn't want to help. She doesn't have that authority. I mean, if I'm standing at the window calling her every profane name under the sun, that's one thing. But that didn't occur.
Okay.
What occurred was I asked her for that person's name. She asked me, why did I want it? I said, because I want it. And she said, let me get somebody else that can help you. And she went and hid back underneath her desk and hasn't been out since. That's unacceptable.
So is that the services you asked for? Just her name, or?
That's where I'm starting. I haven't got past that point. I have other business here, but nobody's been back to the window to help me. And I don't believe that it's your job, making over $100,000 a year, who should be serving and protecting out there in the field, to come to this department to cover for some government employee who's hiding under her desk. If she doesn't want to help people, fire her and hire somebody that will help people.
Well, it's not my job to fire her, so.
Well, I'm speaking to the people. I'm speaking to a live audience, okay? I'm speaking to the public. I'm speaking to the people who are going to vote for the mayor and for the city council of this town, and I'm telling them, if this person that works at this department doesn't want the public, fire her and hire somebody that will.
Okay.
Because this is unacceptable. I want service at this counter.
Okay.
It's their job.
What's the purpose of the cameras if you're coming here just for service?
For my protection, because without it, I don't know if you're going to beat me up and throw me under the jail.
What reason would I have for that?
What reason does any law enforcement have to beat people up and throw them under the jail? Yet it happens.
I can't answer for everybody.
Exactly. And yet it happens. What reason did the victim deputy that kicked that man who was giving up and lying on the floor and he kicked him in the head, what reason did he have to kick him in the head after he was giving up?
I wasn't there.
Exactly. Yet it happened. You know, I don't know who is in charge of this station when you're not here. I know it's not you. And I find it very troubling that an employee here would call a man with a badge and a gun to come here and help me. What does she need? Was there an accusation that I threatened her? Was there an accusation that I made threats of violence? Did she see any kind of weapons on me? See, I don't understand why she
No, in fact,
feels...
I haven't even spoken to her, so.
Oh, okay. No, I still don't believe you. I think you guys got a radio call. Now here's the 3rd deputy coming into the lobby. I think you guys got a radio call about me in here, and I'll prove that you're a liar when I pull the CAD documents, and then I will show you.
You'll prove that I'm on a call? You'll prove that I'm on a call right now?
That you got a call about me in the lobby.
Okay.
Unless you're mincing words.
How you doing, sir?
Hi, Franco. Did you get a call about me in the lobby?
No.
You didn't? So you're just here, and what? You clairvoyantly knew that I was in the lobby here? Or how did I was
I'm
in
gonna go
here?
find out how we can help you, and then.
Why are you here? You asked me why I'm here. Why are you here?
Well, I work here, so.
You work in the lobby? You don't go through the gate and go through the back?
I work in the city of Adelanto, and this building's in the city of Adelanto.
I appreciate that. Why are you here, Franco?
What's up?
Why are you here in this lobby?
Because he's in.
Huh?
Because he was in here.
How do you know he was in here?
My partner told me.
Oh. Did they put themselves out here on a call?
No.
No? Okay. Because normally what happens is You drive through the back, and you go through the back gate, and you go in the back. I've never, ever, not once seen a deputy park their marked patrol units in the front, okay, and go into the front office here.
Okay.
Which leads me to believe that you're here on some sort of a radio call, or you're here on some sort of a communication. Somebody communicated to you that I was here in this lobby. And what I'm trying to get at is, what was your call for me?
Well, right now I was dealing with the house fire.
Yeah, but where are you here in this lobby? How'd you know I was in here?
What?
How'd you know your partner was in here?
I just told you, my partner outside told me he was in here.
Oh, okay.
And she's outside helping someone who was in here.
Okay. Is that her job to help people at this window? Does she man this window normally?
No, that person came out to look for her help.
Well, yeah, because she wasn't getting service here at the window for like 15 minutes or 20. I don't know how long.
Okay.
We were ringing the bell. Can you tell me if this bell works? I don't even know if this bell works. There's a sergeant. Remember I was telling you that sergeant was in the back hiding under his desk? There he is. The sergeant doesn't know the law from a hole in the ground.
Okay. Is there something we can help you with?
No, you don't work at the window. Do you work at the window?
I want a deputy.
Do you work at the window?
No.
Are you in records?
No.
Then it's not your job to help. I didn't call for a law enforcement officer. Why do you need her?
Police station.
You don't have, I didn't call for a police station.
Normally they have things, clerks are qualified to deal with things that we're doing.
A public record is a police issue? You handle public record requests at this window?
I can access them.
Huh?
I can access them.
Can you?
Probably.
Okay, so then all right, here we go. I would like the full name and position of every single person that works in this front office. Can you go access those records for me, please?
Probably not right now.
Oh, okay.
You probably have to go through our records division in San Bernardino.
Okay, so that was a rhetorical offer when you asked to help me? You didn't really mean that you were going to help me? 3 deputies. 3 deputies because a man is in the lobby, an unarmed man is in the lobby, okay, with an expectation that a public servant actually serves him at the public window. And because a man is in the lobby and he has an expectation that the people that they employ to serve them at the public window actually serve them, 3 law enforcement officers need to actually come in.
We are assigned to the city of Adelanto. So,
Yeah.
is Stacy here today?
She
I don't know
was.
if she might still be.
Okay, but I need to drop this off for it. It's for the recruits, horseback pursuits person.
Oh, that's right.
all we do is take care of it.
There's a sergeant. Remember I told you he was hiding under his desk? He popped out. He popped out from under his desk. Cole,
Yes, sir.
why are you here, Deputy Cole?
What was that?
Why are you here? In this office, in front of me right now.
Because I work at the station.
Yes, but you normally, when you come in, you normally don't park your patrol vehicles outside of the lobby, and you normally don't come into the lobby, you drive straight into the back. So I'm just wondering why you're here in the lobby in front of me. You don't work here in the lobby.
I don't work in the, well, I kind of work in the lobby. It's my station.
You're not posted here in the lobby. You're out in the field on patrol.
Yeah, I can patrol the station lobby. I work at the station.
So then you clairvoyantly came here? You just came here on a hunch, or you got a radio call that I was here?
I didn't get a radio call, but I was just asked to help out, that's all.
Okay. So then what I'm gathering is you didn't get an official radio call, but they got some sort of communication, maybe via text or a personal phone call or a personal text message that I was here in the lobby, and it probably said something like I was disturbing the peace, or I don't know. They're going to have had trumped it up somehow and tried to, embellish the text or the call that they made somehow in some way in order to get 3 deputies here.
So
in the
how
lobby.
can we help you?
I'm sorry?
How can we help you? Because we can handle any type of service that comes in here in the lobby. So how can we help you?
Well, Frank just said he couldn't, so I'll try you now. Okay, I'm here to request the full names and position of every single person that's assigned to this front lobby to help the public. That includes that Nicole, okay? I don't know who Nicole is. I don't know if it's Biden's illegitimate daughter. I don't know who that person is because I was here previously and Deputy Sandals refused to give me her last name.
Okay,
and then I was here today.
Okay, what services do you need?
I just told you.
You just came in here to get everyone's name.
Have you heard of the California Public Records Act?
Yeah, so
Okay,
when you
so I'm here on an
be able to
official
find it
California
online.
Public Records request. And I don't need to do it online, I can do it in person.
Okay, so why don't you do it online?
It's irrelevant, I can do it in person.
Okay.
Maybe I have an expectation,
Reason?
maybe I have an expectation that I could come here and do it and that they would actually help me do it, which is their job, which is why they get paid. Maybe that's why I'm not doing it online. Because I had an expectation that I would come here, I would tell her that I want the names of all the people that work in here, which is public information, it's not private, this is not McDonald's, this is a public facility, they're public employees. There's the California Public Records Act, there's the rule of law, okay, there's the California State Constitution, there's all of these laws that our legislators took a whole bunch of time to write down and put on paper. And maybe I had an expectation that she would have a little bit of respect for the rule of law and give me the information that I came in here and asked for.
Well, she didn't help you in any way, so she's not obligated to give you her name, last name, or her position.
Oh, that's your, that's, okay. Well, see, that's the reason, what's your name again?
Van Burmer.
Bremer? See, that's the reason.
Van Burmer. Van Burmer.
Van Bremer?
Van Burmer is the whole last name.
Van Bremer, thank you, sir. That's the reason that I don't want you to help me, because you're ignorant of the law, okay? You're ignorant.
Okay.
It is her responsibility to give me the information, and if she knows it up here, she's supposed to give it to me immediately. I don't even have to put in a public records request. If she knows the information, if it's immediately available, she's obligated under statute to give me that information. It's public information. If she knows that person's name, she's obligated by statute to give it to me. But you don't know that. Either you don't know that, either you didn't know that, or you're lying. You didn't know that and you're lying to me, which happens to me all the time.
Happens to us.
Yeah, okay. So that's the reason I don't want you to help me. Because I would expect somebody who works in records to be more...
Our records division is at headquarters, so...
Doesn't matter. She has an obligation to forward it to the correct person under the statute. So if she can't give me the information, which she can because it's readily available, she knows it, it's in her head, okay?
So
she
are you claiming
the
that...
name, listen, let me tell you how ridiculous this is. Because we're involved in a pissing match right now. You're trying to protect her, okay? You're trying to shield her and protect her from doing her job. And let me just demonstrate to you how idiotic this is and how unnecessary this is, okay? The name of the person that I wanted is right there on that name tag on the desk, and it's just too far away and I can't read it. It starts with a G, okay? And I asked for the name that's clearly posted right there.
Can you zoom
That's
in
the
on
name
that
she...
with your camera?
And it wasn't clear enough because of the window. And that's the name that she refused to give me. Now, I know that you won't think that's absolutely, utterly idiotic, but the majority of my viewers will think that's absolutely, utterly idiotic. And it's yet another example of government and the contempt that government has for the public and the people. She exists for one purpose. She was hired for one reason, okay? And one of those reasons was to stand at this window and serve me. That's why she gets paid.
Part of
That's why
that
she's
is
employed.
So, part of her services aren't giving out her name.
Yes, it is. She's a public employee. She's in possession of
Right,
the information. She has an obligation.
If she handles a service for you, and she's helping you, gather records or maybe a call history or something like that, then I can understand her giving you her name and all that sort of stuff. But she hasn't helped you with any services.
You're conflating department policy where you think that a deputy outside in the field doesn't have to give me their name unless we have some sort of interaction with the deputy.
No, I do. That's why it's written on the front of my uniform.
You're conflating those two policies, okay? This is information that I'm asking for, that I'm requesting under statute. Okay? It's a statute in
Where's
both
that statute?
California. I don't need to show it to you. This is not a court of law. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not here trying to represent my case. I'm telling you that she should know the law because she works behind this window and that's her function. And she knows the law, and she either knows or should know that she has an obligation to get up here and to help me. I have not used profanity with her. I have not used vulgarity with her. I have not threatened her. I don't have any weapons on me. And she has an obligation to get to this window and provide me service, okay, that I'm demanding that she serve me with. And if she doesn't want to do it, then she needs to get somebody else that serves in that capacity in this building, perhaps a supervisor, to come out here and do it. I'm not comfortable with giving you my public records request because you're obviously ignorant of the statutes, which is fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, one of the public records requests that I have is, because I anticipated how government would act. One of the public records requests that I have is the names of all of the people and positions that work in the front office. So before I leave, I'll give them that official public records request. But I haven't been able to get that far yet. At least they haven't tried to trespass me from public property yet. Oh, I'm sorry. There's someone out there demanding that you do your job and what you get paid for. That guy. That. So I think what he did was they just took my person, they ran my plates on my truck outside, and they just took my personal information into that office building out there. And that should frighten every single red-blooded American in this country. The law enforcement, okay, would gather private intelligence on public citizens who are doing nothing more than exercising their constitutional rights and demanding that government is accountable. That should scare every single red-blooded American to death. And if it doesn't, you're a fool. Asked what she could do for me. And when I asked for the lady's name that sits at that desk right there, you can see it's Nicole Greco. Oh, here she comes. Hang on. Here she comes.
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Hi, how are you? So, I'm not going to drag this out any longer. Apparently, you've already refused to give me the names that I've asked you for. So here's a public records request. And this is for the names of every single person, the full name and the position of every single person that works in this front office. Okay?
You need to send this to civil liability.
No, I need to give it to you. You've been served. You take that and you do with it what you will.
Okay.
Here's another public records request. And that one is for an incident that occurred on July 25th at Praise Chapel. Any and all information related to that event.
Okay. I will send it to civil liability.
And the third public records request that I am submitting to you is any and all records created as a result of an incident on July 26th at Adelanto City Hall.
Okay.
Okay? And can I get your name again for the record? It was Amber?
My name is Amber.
And your last name?
I'm not going to provide you with my last name.
Okay. I thank you very much. I'll get it on that public records request or you'll be getting a lawsuit and you'll be named.
Okay.
Thank you. Hey, thank you, deputies. I appreciate all the guns. What is it? 50, 100, 150 rounds of ammunition because Amber wouldn't take my public records request? Great allocation of resources. Good job.